Tell me why the sky's blue. Tell me why this money is green. Now Lord, please, tell me why I do these things to make tea. Now yeah, let me. They kick me out of church, cause I just don't listen. Always fall asleep when the preacher is preaching. Not my fault, I do love God, but on Saturday nights I be all...
Hello there. Welcome back to whyuce podcast. Got my brother here, Puni Moa and Yo Queen in the house. What's up, Puni Moa?
Oh man, I'm here and I'm ready to go. I'm happy I'm here talking to you, cuz. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, every day, just live a daily basis, just take it to the fullest, man. How you been doing? It's Monday.
Right, Monday. The day's ended. Well, it ended out here in the east side, It's already like 9 p.m.
Okay.
out here. That's the difference, because I know it's only 6 p.m. out there. So your day's about to end, but my day has ended. Wifey and baby is asleep, and I'm out here in the lobby, getting it in. So shout out to myself real quick, sis.
That's what's up. Go ahead, shout out to yourself. Give yourself a pat on the shoulder there, bro.
Shoot. I'm hoping that nobody comes and walks in the lobby for the next hour that we're talking, and hopefully I'm not being too loud, because the audio is what matters to me. Because like I was telling you offline before we started recording, is the audio, that's the challenge I'm having. For those that are tuning in for the first time, Puni Moa himself, yes, I like to refer to myself as a third person, is right now, what do you call this kind of thing? Hotel living. We're staying at the hotel for a month or two as we are looking for a new home, because we have moved from another state to here, and yeah, it's a blessing. But at the same time, the challenge is trying to find a quiet space to do the podcast, because that's where I'm at.
Nice. So you're just living hotel to hotel for now. I mean, you're just living on the road. It's okay when you're doing your podcast in the lobby, because nowadays, people see everyone with headphones and mics doing, talking on the, talking to their computers or to their cell phones. So it's a normal thing. So you be all right. Just speak, people don't need to be all in your business. Just talk regularly. As for me, I've been doing good. It's raining out here. It's gloomy, but it's all good. It's 6 p.m. Everyone should be having dinner with their families right now. We had an early dinner. Try not to eat past 6:30 or 7. So, little changes here and there. Because remember, we talked about our health back in, what is it, a month ago? Um,
Yes.
yeah, so slowly making changes as we talked about, but it's difficult, especially if you're on the move, like how you're on the move. You try to do the right things, but hey, but yeah, I've been traveling too myself, back and forth, but I'm back home since last night, and other than that, bro, life is great. And I'm just excited, because it's Monday, fun day for our podcast for the whyuce. So I'm excited for the whyuce, because I know a lot of people, listeners out there, they always want to hear our beautiful voices and what we have to say.
Yeah, shout out to our listeners for always tuning in. I appreciate y'all, because I see y'all checking it out. We got the faithful 27 listeners, so appreciate y'all. And that's awesome. I appreciate that. I really do. Do you have anything you want to discuss? Before you do, shout out to Pastor Ray Sasa. I had an interview with him earlier today, and it was fun times. It was just really it wasn't an interview of him, but just to have the brother on a pod. And I was really hoping to get you guys on, but I knew y'all were busy. But our conversation, look out for it. It'll be coming too. It'll be dropping the same time this episode drops. So it was fun. We only talked about pickleball for a whole hour, and just trying to convince y'all to join us on this pickleball journey.
Pickleball, is that a easier version like tennis?
See, that's a good thing I had an episode for that. Yep. All your questions, any FAQ that you have, you will see it on the. I would we should we label that? No, we should just make it a special episode. Just not
All
even
right.
just
You
just
can go
probably call it
pickleball.
the pickleball. Yeah, there you go. The pickleball topic. But yeah, that's all that was going on, back to school for the kids. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same thing out there in the West Coast, like it is out here, where the middle school so far, because that's where my daughter's at, they had a whole week off. So now they're going back just tomorrow, which I was like,
Oh, okay. It's like a fall
that's
break they had, huh?
so is that common?
Well, I know in Arizona they had 2 weeks of fall break, or was it a week? It was
Oh,
yeah, it
so
was
it
last
is.
hmm it was last month they had a week of it. And so it's weird how remember back in the days, schools used to always start like on Labor Day weekend, and you knew the school was out in June. It was like it was a set thing for everyone. So it was like nationwide, worldwide, or whatever. But all of a sudden we start having these year-round schools, and then you have different fall.
Like all different ones.
Yeah, all different ones, different states have, I guess, every state have their own rules and laws and how they want to do their school. Year-round school, I never heard of that until back in the day, but I guess it's a thing. But I was always set on you're out beginning of June, and then September, Labor Day, that week you go back to school. But now there's people going back to school. Kids are going back to school in August, the end of July, and so forth. So I'm so glad I'm out of school because I couldn't stand school.
Well, of course we wouldn't know it because us that goes to public school, we're thinking that's the norm. But hey, they all year round. That's like what private schools and some of the Christian schools, huh? It
Yeah.
really depends.
Well, there's the states too. They have different ways of doing things, because I know my sister's a teacher and she now works for a private school because she used to work for a charter school. So being in this private school in Arizona, it's they have the fall break. That's how I knew they had a fall break a week in September. Um, so that's how I'm learning things through the school system is through my sister because she's a third grade teacher out there in Arizona. Shout out to all the teachers out there. I worry about the teachers every time they go to school because with all the crazy stuff that's been going on in the world today. But just keep them up in prayers, keep them in prayers, So, um, but other than that, there's just a lot of stuff going on in the world, right? But those of you who are listening to us, you guys let us know what you guys want us to talk about because there's so many things to talk about. There's current events going on. There's a lot of entrepreneur stuff. There's a lot of things that the WEFOBs are keeping up with. The Bitcoins and the NST and all that, and then the whyuce. Y'all just let us know what kind of stuff you want to talk about, like why this, and we'll do our due diligence by looking things up and come and talk about it. And you guys can start the conversation with us too by coming in and writing things down for us.
I was saying that I always have a lot. I can always come up with stories, with topics and
Yeah,
stuff. But
because because you and Benji think
no,
the
you come up. No, I'm giving the floor to you because apparently we had not apparently, I just think I received some good feedback, from our previous episode, and I was surprised because it's that's all. I don't, I don't, don't have me bring this up because then we're gonna have all this conversation with this.
Yeah, the last episode was pretty cool. I know it's awareness month and so forth. But you got Halloween coming up. Let's talk about how Christmas decorations are already out there. Next thing you know, you're gonna see Valentine's, and I see mixed feelings about this because you see people like, oh yeah, Christmas, and they just skip, the whole Halloween, Thanksgiving, like and then you have other people like, can we just do one holiday at the time? Because people enjoy the fall, like doing the Halloween thing and then going into Thanksgiving. And some people, when they go into the stores and they see the decoration out there, it's just like, man, it's a little too soon because in November they're gonna start putting out um February Valentine's Day stuff. It's like I guess they're just trying to get you all prepared and start thinking about it, remind you guys of the holidays that's coming up. But we all know what the holidays coming up. But for me personally, I like to just focus on one holiday at the time. I like seeing Christmas things, but like right now it's too early to see all that stuff. I'm still trying to go through fall. I'm still trying to go through fall.
Well, thanks to COVID, Halloween, I don't know how it is out there in Seattle area, but in Columbia, I didn't see a lot of kids out there doing trick or treating because of the whole COVID thing. Ever since that happened, I mean, it just really, really slowed down. It's either that or just kids they rather just party online, I guess.
Well, trick or treating now, it's because we all know when we were growing up, we were excited to go door to
Yep,
door, right?
yep, door to
Or
door.
my mom, I know, growing up in the ghetto, my mom would pack us all in a car and we go out to the nice, neighborhood and go knock on those doors because they gave out some good candies and she kind of trusts the neighborhood, even though, whatever. But nowadays you have a lot of like churches or other organizations doing trunk or treat. And then the malls
Mm.
are big on, having the children to come over trick or treat and stuff. So now you have events for trick or treating where a lot of people, when they don't feel safe or it's more comfortable for them to go to places that are actually planned events. So, it's kind of safe for them instead of going from door to door. But every place, like everything is not safe, but they rather go to a planned event where probably they know the people, like at the churches, they have the trunk or treats. They call it the harvest day, and take the children there, have their costumes, and they're done, and their kids come back with loads of candy. They don't have to go door by door. But I think that's why a lot of you rarely see the traditional trick or treat going by door by door. I know here in my neighborhood, no one comes to my house, even though the lights on. Um, that's why I stop buying candy because I know for sure there are no kids in the neighborhood that trick or treats. They'll just have their parties, and then like you said, they'll have online parties. But to actually get the treats, they go to the places that they are invited um, to get their treats. So that's cool. And then you see families too having their own trick or treat parties, in their backyard and I think that's pretty cool. I saw my family up here, they had a trick or treat event at my aunt's house and it was really nice. All their siblings and their kids, they had a full blown Halloween party in the backyard and that was tight. So people just get creative and just keep it in house.
Yeah, okay, I see that. You think that covers everybody? Because yeah, there's not the whole U.S. is Christian people.
Hmm.
But yeah, what you're saying is, yeah, that covers some of them. But what about the rest? Is it really? Has it really stopped? Has it really? Or is that what we're going to nowadays? Like everything's just culture wise, as far as traditional stuff that we do on holidays, is slowly changing where it's not even a part of it. And now hopefully that for somebody like me, I don't like Valentine's days. So hopefully that happens to Valentine too, where we ain't gotta get gifts anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I personally feel like people complain. Well, some of us
Hmm.
only complain because the funds are not there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's really that people find excuses and stuff to complain about a holiday. And simply is because we just don't have the money for it because everything costs a lot. And I don't blame them for feeling like that because I tell you what, if it's gonna cost me $5 to buy a dozen of eggs, what is crazy, you know, it's just crazy. I think that's part of it too. Uh, I'm just thinking about Halloween. What stopped everybody from doing what we normally do? And you covered a lot of it. I think also could it also be the fact that people are afraid now because there's so many gun shootings going on, you know what I mean? Just people being crazy.
It's it's a lot of things. Gun shooting,
So much.
trafficking, kids be getting snatched here and there. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, every opportunity. And I mean, they still have haunted houses out here, but it's like it's a lot of people. I'm not gonna let my kids go through there, because you never know they get snatched up. Um, yeah, it's a mix of a lot of things that worry a lot of people, especially with nowadays. So it's a scary time, and people
Yeah.
just create their own ways of how to celebrate, those things. And when you talk about Valentine's Day, I laugh at you. Crack me up when you say that. It's true. Some people just don't have the funds to get what their either significant other or like a girlfriend, boyfriend, you know, because some people expect things, right? It's like, well, it's Valentine's Day. You're supposed to give me something. Like, it should be Valentine's Day every day.
Dang.
you know, I guess Valentine's Day is just a reminder to those who don't buy gifts for people. So Valentine's Day is put on the calendar, so those who are not the gift giving type will probably be giving that one time a year. I don't know. All these things is it's just so many things now in the months, It's like it's best friend day. It's
Dude, speaking of Valentine, I throw in the card of when I forget or when I just happen to not have the funds of what the kind of gift I want to get,
uh-huh.
I throw in the culture card. Man, we
The what
Samoans.
card?
The culture card.
Oh.
I would say the race card, but it don't make no sense. But I was gonna say the culture card. Like we
Mhm.
Samoans, man, this is Palagi stuff. This is an American thing. We're Samoans, okay? We don't do that kind of crap. And it's simply just excuses. That's all it is. Because I do.
I love you.
Yeah, I would love to get my wife every time there's a holiday if I had the funds. But then the longer you be married and stuff, the could you even agree that it could get expensive? The presents from Christmas to to Valentine's to birthdays because it kind of
The
yeah.
pressure. So if you have Thanksgiving, right?
And then
Then
Thanksgiving,
you
yeah.
have Christmas. And if those who have birthdays on Christmas or before Christmas, and then you have New Year's.
Well, don't well, I know it's not a holiday, but after Thanksgiving, Black Friday ends up being a holiday too because everybody all of a sudden feels like they got to go shop on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm. But now you can do all that stuff online too. Cyber Friday. They even have Cyber Thursday,
Yeah,
Friday.
I thought it was on Monday, but it changed to like the
they
days.
they adding days, bro. They're adding days
Man,
to it.
pretty soon there's gonna be a whyuce holiday. Yeah, I mean, it just always holidays, and it's like every time somebody, whoever's the leader or the president, or whoever, whichever party, either this, what is it, the Senate, what is it, Republican or the Democrat,
Mm-hmm.
whoever is the one that is in charge, there's gonna be a new holiday coming out.
Well, let's just go lobby for the whyuce holiday.
Remember, was it
We'll
us or
know how
was
to lobby. We'll go to DC and lobby.
I think it was me and Soleil Uso was talking about that we need a separate island like Samoa themselves holiday, because we're all under the Asian Pacific, right?
Yeah.
But the conclusion came to like, now we're not the right people to support. At least me, I ain't the right one to advocate for that. To have our own holiday, Polynesian Samoans.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work, people willing to do that. But we're under a PINA, the Asian Pacific Island Native Americans.
What do you feel
Um,
about that? Just since we're on the topic, like, no, let's just a holiday. We'll talk about that some other time.
yeah, we'll talk. That's a good topic, and that could be a whole episode about that. Uh, but yeah, the holidays it can at the end of the year. So it's like it's set up, right? If you think about it, you're set up to save all that money throughout the year because big holidays are coming up. And then what's around the corner? Tax season.
to
And
where
that's
you
what they
so
get their
you get
money made.
reimbursed. So it's kind of like, you know what? Dang, I never looked at it like that. I just felt like I'm sorry. I just felt like I don't know. I don't know what I was feeling. Just all I know is that holidays are a fun day. You
Yeah.
know, it's a fun day
I
until
love the
you
holidays.
become responsible
Mhm.
for somebody else to get them a present or a gift or cook for them, and then you don't have the finance like you used to. Because sometimes it happens like that. You know, I've experienced that where my finance ain't the same it was a few years ago. Sometimes it's great. It's level where I just like level up, and I'm like, what, let's cater. And then, my siblings are like, no, 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 let's not do that for the reason of the way the income's coming in, and
Yeah.
it's just one of them things, man. Holidays are great because they're great
Yeah.
when you have money, but they're not great when you don't have money. Can we agree, listeners? I know there's a lot of them going to be like, yes.
Okay. Yes. Holidays are great for me. I love the holidays towards the end of the year. Even though you went through those holidays, it was your first. When I mean first, you know how you lost a loved one. We both lost our moms, right? You
Yeah.
always you always have the first, but you get through it. I took it at, I didn't like look at it as a bad thing. It was just very sad, but I still love the holiday. And I know some people close to me, their first, they didn't like the holidays anymore, but they got around to coming back. It took them years to come around to start celebrating. But I like to celebrate it because it it is one time in a year, these, whatever holiday it is, you can bring your family together, because everyone's so busy. And this is the one time where you can all plan, besides the family reunion, you can all plan like, hey, you want to do Thanksgiving or Christmas together, because you also have your spouse's family. So you want to share, make sure that you cater to your wife or husband's family. So that's why I really enjoy it. That's how I do it with my family. I'll go to my husband's, and then with my siblings, make sure that, okay, well, I'm gonna be Thanksgiving with Ed's family. So what about Christmas, or even after Christmas, like a New Year's thing. So that's why I love the holidays. But the first, the ones we call the first, those that was hard. It was hard times, but it was also time to get with your siblings and just celebrate it, and just think good memories of your loved one that passed.
Holidays are fun days,
Uh-huh. Yep, yep.
man. So going back to what you were saying, do you think that was like purposely set up like that? Or it just like it's crazy how it just happened. Like you said, it's what is it? Thanksgiving's coming up. After Thanksgiving, you got Christmas. After Christmas, and then it's New Year, and then you have tax return season where you get that money back. And then, of course, everybody, what do they get on it? What do they go shopping for? Normally, isn't it a car? So most of the time, and a house. You know what I'm saying? Beginning of the year.
Yeah. I wouldn't know because I don't get tax returns. I always pay, damn it, but oh well. I have to, me and my husband, we always have to pay back, which sucks. But anyways, yeah, I see what the feed tells everything. The social media
Yep,
feed.
yep. The feed tells
So
everything.
so you hit it. It's cars, houses, or nice trips for the family. You'll see people all of a sudden in Jamaica, which is cool. That's also the way you spend your money. Back in the days, you never heard Samoans do these kind of things. I'm talking about trips, going on nice trips, going to Cuba, going to Puerto
Yeah,
Rico.
vacations. You're talking about trips,
Yeah,
vacation.
some
Yep.
real nice trips, and so that's good. You only live once. Like, but back then, people I know money used to just go on eating out, buying, a whole bunch of groceries, and, just, it was all about food, food, food. But now people are making sure, at least they make sure they get cars, and I used to laugh just to laugh, but not like it's not, what's the word? I'm not laughing at you when people are clowning, saying, "Oh, you want to go buy a brand new Escalade, but you still live in an apartment." And I'm like, what does that have to do, you know, with people wanting to purchase a nice vehicle for themselves? You know, just because they live
That's
in an apartment, who cares?
that's that crab mentality, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, why you gonna it's like what gives you the right to talk smack about a family member
Mhm.
or a friend who just came up on some good money and finally able to go ahead and purchase that, dream car or the vehicle that's suitable for the for their
Mhm.
own family. Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah. And they come, oh, why they purchased the house when they know damn well they can't afford it. I was like, oh my goodness, these, like you say, crab mentality. People see something, some family or someone, you know, providing for themselves and just celebrating themselves by purchasing this nice big gift, themselves, a big purchase. Stop hating, guys. God damn, celebrate one another. Say congratulations and really mean it instead of being a hater and you still congratulate. But on the side, you talking smack. But yeah, congratulations to you all who got a brand new car. I don't care if you live in an apartment or you're still in the trailer home. You know, I said kudos for you, man, for getting that stuff. But a lot of cars getting stolen out there. Make sure you get some security on it. Get some cameras around because cars are getting broken into, stolen off your property. It's insane. But I'm just talking to all the haters out there. That's my message.
Shout out to all of them that just got a new car, baby. Yeah, I'm still on that top. I'm still about that holiday. I love it. I love holidays because it gives you time away from work, right?
Yep.
Well, sometimes, depending what job you have, because I have worked in like jobs where it was unfortunate, but I had to work the holidays. And it really sucks though, because I kind of wish everybody had the holidays off,
Yeah.
because you get so numb to working. Like, I don't know if you experience it, but for those out there that do work during the holidays, you don't really you become numb to it, where it's like, oh, it's just another holiday.
Yep.
They don't, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's not good for your mental health, because you're just like thinking like, oh, we gotta go to work, and it's crazy because it's always the ones that doesn't have the holidays off that work, and they still gotta work just to make ends meet,
Mm-hmm.
which doesn't make no sense to me. It's like you're better off just taking the day off, lose that few $100s, and at least you're enjoying the time with your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, some people just love working
Yeah.
during the holiday. Some people enjoy, holidays just to be at work. Where,
Right.
when we're talking about work, some workers just like being there because they know the people that they work with don't like being there. So
Yeah.
it's to each its own.
Yeah. For 7 years straight, was it 2002? But anyways, I work the holidays all the time, and yeah, you get the night difference, you get the holiday pay. But me, I've always valued time with family.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Hmm.
Remember, you were out here for one of the Thanksgivings, when we just moved out here. And I make sure I try to get that day off, or I'll go in and work during the day. Then I can have the evening off, so I can have Thanksgiving with the family.
Hmm. Hmm.
I always try to work around it to be home for Thanksgiving, or try to make a trip out to see family, or and etc. But I always try to find a way. But some people, like you say, they get numb to it, and they would prefer, they just need that money because they got to pay off some bills, and I get it. Spending time with family is not going to pay off your bill, but I don't know. It's up to the individual how important the holidays are, because even though they say, well, it's just another day, So I guess to the question that you asked earlier about, was this like set up? Was this, made on purpose, like, Thanksgiving and all, and was it meant to at least bring the family together so you can spend some quality time? Because throughout the whole year, you're busy living your life and taking care of your family, your immediate family, your husband or wife or your significant other, your partner, and your children. But then your extended family, spend time with them too, your siblings and your parents and so forth. So it's whatever's important to each person. But that's how I look at it. The holidays is it's my time to know, okay, I have a whole year to plan. That day is there. It's no surprise. There's no surprise. It's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas. So you're trying to plan it out with your family so you get to them before they start making other plans. And to guarantee that quality time with them, because that might be the only time you have with them. Um, Especially now because everyone's getting older, children's getting older, and nice for the kids to know their cousins and so forth. So that's why holidays big to me.
It's crazy. And that's another topic that I want to talk about down the road is the importance of us Polynesian people that we need to leave. Well, I'm saying that everybody need to leave Washington, Seattle, California, Nevada, all the popular common states that all the Polynesian people are at, and move y'all asses here to the Midwest where it's a lot affordable, so you can work on your 8 hours in an 8 hour shift and enjoy the holidays with your fam. But anyway, yeah, that's something that I definitely want to keep pushing and try to advocate because yeah, it's very expensive out there because where you guys are at. You know what I'm talking about? Shoot.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you want to put holidays involved?
Yeah.
That's why
You just want everybody to come out there so it'll be easier for all of us, which I get, to just, oh, let's drive down here. Let's just drive here.
drive exactly. That's why you can just, and then instead of trying to fly and then everybody have the same time off. Now it's interesting you say that. I think in the beginning of time when the country was formed, I don't, there wasn't no night shift or graveyard. It was just a morning thing, right? Because that's how I think it wasn't intentionally, uh, as far as holidays, I don't think it was intentionally done, but it seems like it was to where you can have your time with your family. Supposed to.
Well, you
But
can
that,
thank the union for all that. That's just my little plug. Fair wages and holidays off or holiday pay. But yeah, it could be. It wasn't intention.
and
But
the saddest thing about all this, well, I'm like I said, to each its own. There are folks that enjoy working on the holidays. Period. That's just what it is. Not everybody wants to be at home with their families. Some people just like to be by themselves. But what I'm saying is us as humans, we do that to ourselves. We're the ones that want this, want that. That's why they create jobs where people have to work nights. We do
yeah.
it to ourselves, man. So my point is, if you want to enjoy the holiday at home, find another job. keep, keep finding another job. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going now with this because all I know is that I like the holidays. See,
Yeah. You're just going back to, it can get very costly to get together for the holidays because of how things are so expensive these days. Um, your whole main point to bring all your stuff back into the circle, into closure, is we all need to come your way because of how much everything costs via hotel, rental cars, airfare, food to eat while you're on the road, all
gas,
that stuff.
all the benefit that comes with it. And on top of that, I feel like we're built out there in the West Coast. It's all about us. Life is too fast. Life is very fast in the West Coast and the East Coast, but in the Central, it's laid back. It's laid back where people are actually. You feel us being growing up in the Christianity world, you feel the that a Sunday is actual a Sunday out here. You feel that.
Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
never. It's like when I was back in Samoa, like that it's a weekend. Not in the West Coast, man. You tend to forget that. See, life is too fast. There's always stuff going on.
Mhm.
Everything's almost 24 hours. And it's like you feel like you got to be at work. And the more you work, you still haven't accomplished what you can accomplish out here in the middle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Because, now we're talking about work because
Mm-hmm.
you need money to do things that you want, like spend the holidays, like
Yep, yep.
holidays, but money is required to spend time with your family or even to have a holiday at your house in your own home. But the money that you make depends on the job so that's your main source of income, and money gives you options of what type of things you can and cannot do, right? So we spend more time at our jobs to work for pennies here in the West Side.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
And it's like everything is just increasing, but your pay is still at the same level. It's not increasing as the inflation's going. It's crazy. So right now, you're right. Like mid America, it's pretty affordable now, but people are catching on. Bro, they're actually picking up and leaving. And we talked about this in our other episode of whyuce. Like people going to Texas, people going to Florida, and but guess what? You're the ones who mess up those states by voting some crazy shit in it. And now you want to leave and go mess up the other states? Well, let me get off my soapbox on that because I will go deep into that, but not right now. But the thing is, you created that mess, but now we're leaving to go to other states and try to mess up their homes.
Hey, that's how you feel. This is how I feel. I feel like the two percenters, and when I say two percenters for the listeners who don't know what I'm talking about, we FOBs tend to say two percenters are those that are like really rich and that controls our country, the world, whatever country you're in. That's what we mean by two percenters. I feel like the two percenters in these states, these big states, are the ones that are boosting the values up to purposely force certain people to leave the state, because all in all, they just want their own kind. And I think, sometimes that's what you got to do, right? You got to like, pass this ridiculous law to let like homeless people live on the street right in front of your house, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, set up their tent cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's all good to them until them homeless people sit in the front of your mansion. And then let's see them feel how they feel. Let's see what they say about that. That's all it takes. That's what people need to do.
Yeah,
Get,
and people need to pay attention what's going on. And those two percenters, they're smart. They got the money to lobby. So the goal for us here at whyuce is to become one of the 2%, because right now there's no middle class. We're going into the world where there's no middle class.
talk heavy, man. That's true. There ain't no more. So you believe that there? So do you, in your own opinion, believe that there is no more middle class nowadays? Or nowadays in the
Yeah, we're
present
heading that
time?
road. We're already starting that road. That's the whole goal right now. If you really look into it, regardless of what party you are, Republican, Democrat, whatever, look at what's going around us. You know, we're over here, like I mentioned earlier, prices are going up. Our pay are not. So you're either going to
Mm,
be rich or you're going to be poor. Middle class, we're supposed to run this country because we're the middle class. The
yeah,
average person who goes to work, 9 to 5, but right now it's not about 9 to 5 work because you have to be some type of business owner or something.
yeah.
And
Having like different revenues of income coming in, it
yes,
really,
yes,
really sucks, man. That blows. I hate that. I mean, not hate such a big word. It's unfair. I mean, not everybody's built entrepreneurs
no, they're
wise.
not. People just like
I ain't.
working. You got people making $70,000 can't afford to live out here, even in Cali or whatever. And remember back then, that used to be a lot of money. You got people making 80,000. It's hard for them to survive out here. They have to go find another job to make ends meet. To make ends meet, and they're living below their means. And that's why, folks, some people just want to stay in an apartment where it's kind of cheaper and go buy them a nice ride. And they don't have to worry about, other stuff that comes with owning a house, People just gotta make choices what best fits them. But to answer your question, that's where I see we're headed, and I think we're already there. We're in the beginning stages of it, or maybe in the middle, where it's about the poor and the rich.
Man, you're right about that, because even just a family that makes a six figures in these big states that we're talking about, the West Coast and the East Coast, that ain't even enough anymore. Remember, 6 figures back then was like a big thing.
Yeah, it was.
Now it's like basically 6 figures, like you're making 30 to 40,000 a year. Kind of like the same thing, if you understand what I'm saying. Like $100 bill is a $20 bill nowadays.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's like,
remember, let's just look at it this. We used to go to lunch, school lunch. I mean, moms used to give us $2 a day for lunch.
that,
So 5 days, that's $10 a week. Or if we're not doing school lunch at the cafeteria. Back then we were too cool to go to cafeteria to eat free food. But now we get older, it's like, dumbasses, that was the best thing you could have done, but we'll go there. But when we got to middle school, we always wanted lunch money so we can go to the beanery line to get us chips, burritos, and the juice. And we used to get all that for $2. And then the cake, a little piece of cake. This is
you tell our kids about that now, they'll be like, just like how our parents used to tell us, oh yeah, a lot of stuff for like 50 cents. And we're like, no way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, but hey, they got pictures, they got proof. And it shows gasoline was what, 5 cents, 15 cents back then? I'm like,
when I was in high school, gas was like a dollar, $1.21.
it was like
$1
$1.21 was considered a lot. Yeah, I remember. But, oh, it's so much, it's $1 now. But now, shoot,
soda cans used to be 50 cents. Now they're like
$2. It's almost $2, pretty much. That's almost. I'm just looking at. I look at it every time I shake. This is the thing I hate about myself. I'm so mad about it. Like, not mad is the word. Just like, I know better, because I'm like, dude, I used to not, like you said, 50 cents is a soda pop. Then I go to like the 24 ounces. They used to be only like what, $1.25. Now those are like $2 and change, almost $3. And I still buy it because I like to drink it. It's like, man, you would think that, and I think that's what it is. These greedy 2%ers know people are still going to buy stuff.
Yes.
If your product is good, they're going to buy it. So the value of the product, that's a powerful thing. That's a positive thing to look at it too, right? It's not negative. It's like, if you know your value is worth it, whatever product you're selling or you're providing, then yeah, price is not an option. I mean, it's not a question.
Yeah. It's the quality of the product that you want, and you're going to get it.
Same like with, excuse me. It's the same deal with our nephews and nieces, well, at least mine, on my ends, right? They like Jordans. And I'm like, dude, you can't even, they're willing to buy it and don't even think about the consequences that come with it. Like that $100, $200, or $300 can go to electricity or gas, stuff that I don't know.
For themselves, or that field trip they want money for, or the backpack they need, or notebook. Nah, they gotta have that drip. That's what they call it these days. Instead of fit, used to be fit, but now it's all about the drip.
And I used to like get annoyed with my nieces and nephew about it. Then when I had my own kids, I understand now. As parents, it's like, you want to give them everything, whatever they want, because it's your children, stuff that you never had. So when my kids, thank God, only one of our kids is like into Jordans, J's and stuff. The other two has not got to that level yet. So hopefully they don't. but I'm speaking as like I'm guilty of it. Like
Mhm.
if my son or daughter wants the J's, I'm going to go ahead and get it for them, even though I disagree with it. I don't know, man, we're just trapped, right? Cuz we're humans, just
Hey, the
habits.
2%ers know. They got these algorithms out there. That's why they advertise, and then when they hear us speak or whatever, you see things popping up. You just hit that advertisement, and when you like it, you want it, you gonna buy it.
Man, to our listeners, as you can see, I was trying to find something to where to motivate us, but man, they got me, guys. So listen, what we need to do, can't beat them, join them, right? You can't beat them, join them. The problem is they don't want us, cuz.
Nah, they don't want us, but we gotta be able to want it more so we can go be with them, even though they don't want us there. But we gonna get there, guys. We gonna get there. We gonna become a 2%er, right?
Oh yes, and when Puni Moa becomes a 2%, I'm gonna act like them too. So
I'm gonna act like them too, but I won't forget about you, listeners.
yes,
Won't forget about the family.
not the whyuce listeners. You guys are gonna ride with me. You know what I'm saying?
We keep you track. We know who you are, and we love you for that.
Oh man, holidays. So we talked about holidays, and then it turned into like uh, because it really that is the truth though. I mean, if you don't have the money at the time, whatever holiday it is,
Yeah.
you become a angry person, and you start having solutions of like and reasons why you shouldn't get what you. I mean, did you ever experience that, Queen? Because I have. I'm so guilty of it. There are times where when the pockets ain't right, then I find myself either going to the religion side of things, culture side, just finding reasons of why, I shouldn't get you whatever, right? Whatever holiday it is. That's sad, but
For me, with the
sometimes it's
holidays,
true.
yeah, when I have the funds, I'll be able to buy what I need and give it to you. But when I don't have the funds, then you won't get nothing from me. And I
Okay.
won't be bad for it because I'm not going to be worried about not getting anything for you. And I'm sorry if feelings get hurt, but I got to take care of mine. You know, I got to take care of me because people are not going to come here and pay my bills and, provide. But when the money is right, Poonie, the gifts will come out. Like every year things get more expensive, and the way I budget is if it doesn't fit in my budget, I'm very tight with the money. People keep like, well, you make hella money, da da da, and I'm like, does it excuse the fact that I should be, doing this and that. Um, but yeah, I'm very into the budget. Let's just say that. If it's not in the budget, it's gonna be hard. It's an easy decision for me, but it'll be hard, on the receiving end who.
So in other words, you could give two shits.
That's what I'm basically saying in a nice way.
Well, good for
But I
you.
still love everyone. I still love you, but gotta respect my decision because
Well,
I
I mean,
respect yours.
okay. Like I said, yes, Christmas, when it comes to my parents, my loved ones, yeah, my nieces and nephews, if I ain't got it, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Even my kids, right? But if it comes to like my wife, I ain't got it, I feel bad. Because, I'm talking about just when I don't have it. Then that's when they're like, oh man, you know what? Us Christians, we shouldn't be doing it's the devil's work. She's like, what I'm talking about.
Well, I have it. I'll just tell you straight up. Sorry, man. I ain't got the money this year.
Well, I'm just only talking about a few years back. You know what I mean? No, yeah, keep it real. Like, hey, I ain't got it, huh? And it's okay. It's great, right? I'm just saying
Right.
when growing up and realizing like I used to be one of those that like make excuses, throw religion and culture in there, and
Um,
instead of just saying, you know what, times is hard right now. I'm sorry, I ain't got the money to get you what I really want to get you or what I could,
yeah.
telling the truth. There you go. Tell the truth, y'all.
That's it. Because another factor is my upbringing.
Mm.
Um, it hurt when you keep expecting things from parents or a parent, and you were promised things and you never got it, so you stop expecting things. So that's how I look at things. Don't expect things because you'll just be upset. Then you get all depressed. So it's best not to expect things because that's my experience. And don't
Man,
and don't tell me
God,
you get something for me. I'd rather just have you send it to me because if you tell me, then I'm going to keep you to your word because I'm a big person about the word. And if I don't get it, you're never going to hear the end of me. So don't tell me, oh, I'm going to get you this, sis. I'm going to get you. It's like, okay, okay. If they don't come on the day you said, I'm texting and calling, and all of a sudden you don't want to answer, where's this thing you told me you were going to get? See, that's how you eliminate how to get all upset. Don't expect anything, guys. It's my upbringing. I ain't gonna lie. So many broken promises.
there you go, listeners. Like Queen, that's the best advice. Have a low expectation in your life. You
If
know
you,
what? You're absolutely right. That's how I feel when it comes to birthdays. Like I told you before, my birthday's in December, and it's in the early weeks of December. So, people are saving up for Christmas, which is the end
yeah.
of the month.
So you're an
I don't get nothing.
inconvenience.
I'm an inconvenience, yo. But at least my mom told me, sorry, son, you know what time it is, you know what
Oh,
month it is. She already educated me,
there you
and
go.
you know what? She already set me up to be disappointed, so I didn't have to be disappointed.
She prepared you well, bro. She did her mama thing. She's like,
There you
son,
go.
I know it's your birthday, but we gotta do this because we got the Christmas plays, we got the Uncle Lavo stuff.
Yeah.
Son,
Expect,
yep.
son, I'm not gonna get you Christmas present, but the Sunday school, it looks like they're gonna be providing some great Christmas presents. So wait, 3 more weeks to go. And I was
And
excited. I was
and I
excited, man.
donated for that, so don't worry, son.
There you go. All those school offerings. Yep. Sunday school offering from January all the way to December.
There we go. There we go.
Damn,
See,
that's so true. See, it helps to tell the truth and have low expectation, y'all. That probably makes probably why a lot of Psalm One community we're happy. This whole mental health, like
mhm.
anger stuff, that's all new to us, right? I mean, people are speaking up about it, but I gotta be honest, at least in my own group of people and what I witnessed, we were just I grew up in a good life. Like I might have a lot of stuff that wasn't right, but hey, to me it was all right. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole mental like you get what I'm talking about? The mental what is it, with the verbal talk and just the way we've been
Oh, the
treated.
verbal abuse. Not abuse, but you talk about the verbal
Yeah.
being, yeah,
It was just like a norm. And it
yeah,
was all right.
yeah.
But
That hurts more than the physical hit.
was it really all right though? Because I mean, look, some of us didn't
It wasn't all right. It was a normal thing in our home.
you know what word that I couldn't stand that I hear older people, when I was it's like kamalea. Tama, tamalea. We're like, hey guy, hey dude, that's in English. That rubbed me off the wrong way.
Why?
Just I don't know, just I don't know. That was just me. Come on out. Like kind of like, hey boy. There you
Yeah.
go. Hey boy.
You, boy, you.
Yes. Yes. That's how I took it. I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
this boy got a name, you know?
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
heard that a
me.
lot. I didn't even look at it like that because when
It
you're doing
was.
shows or just walking by, Kenny left, Kenny.
Yeah.
And I just looked, I said, huh?
Oh, see, you're okay with to me. I never liked it.
Well, shit, now that you mention it, if I would have known about it, thought about it that way, I would have been annoyed too.
Everybody to each its own, cuz. I mean, what is there something like that, when you were inside more that, because I'm like, okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about mental health, right? Like, was there any kind of verbal word that always caught you, kind of like, kind of rubbed you off the wrong way? No?
No, there was a lot. But I can't even think about it right now, but I know there's some, but I can see yours is the one that's got on your nerves. It's tamaleao.
Yeah. So it wasn't that bad for you because you don't know. It's
Yeah,
not, it wasn't that
I
bad
didn't
for him.
translate it like that because I didn't understand. It was
Yeah.
normal Samoan.
And then on top of that, you were like, you weren't raised out there, huh? Cause you just came out there for a few years and went back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Mhm.
Yeah, I felt like I am, you know what, I can't compare myself to other people. I just felt like my parents set us up. I thought it was a vacation we were going on. We were all in Frisco.
Yeah.
Because I remember what was it? About to be actually I was a first grader. So I
Yeah.
remember, and my parents were like, yeah, we're going to Samoa. I'm like, oh heck yeah. Went out there. It's like, when we going back? Now we staying out here. Man, I was I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I did not like it at all because we all slept together at the same house. It was hot and humid.
Yeah.
I'm going to sound ungrateful right now, folks, but that was just me, my own experience. Hot and humid. There ain't no McDonald's. You know, there wasn't nothing Americanized that what I was accustomed to. Yeah, first grade. That's very young. I was very young.
Yeah, but you were used to the life you had before moving there.
But I was already used to yes, right? The cool breeze, yeah. And then going to Samoa, that was like a culture shock. And then the fact that we didn't come back, like the only reason why I came back is because I graduated from high school and I became a young adult, and then I had to pay my own fare. In reality, in all fairness, I didn't pay my own fare. My parents did, but yeah, 12 years out there, I believe. No, 11, maybe. Elementary to high school, and then now I'm out here in the US, and yeah, life is different, right? I guess that's what taught me. It was a good thing being home, even though I may sound ungrateful, but it was good that I was there to have that experience, to be grateful for the little things that come my way at that time.
Right.
Because I always tell my wife, if we ever go broke, shoot, I'll be all right. Like, seriously. Like
Let's just not go back to Samoa.
Yeah. I'm just like, I would live to the lowest where we all have to share everything, to where it's like, it's all right. It just takes a team effort and we'll be all right,
So, we went from holidays, which it includes the money and includes, the upbringing. And of course it's all about the mental health and how it impacts you. My last words for these is just do what you need to do, enjoy life, and if working the holidays are things for you, and if it's not a thing, so be it. But just wanted to chit chat about this because I know a lot of family nowadays, it's big on holidays, has become a big thing again to spend together, because some people now have the funds and the means to do it, some don't. And if you don't have the funds to travel or do something extravagant, a nice simple dinner at home, and just love one another, love on your family. And that's all I got for this segment, bro.
And we are out. Good say. You said it all, cuz. I'm your host, Puni Moa.
And I'm your queen.
Whyuce, tell me why the sky's blue. Tell me why this money is green. Now Lord, please, tell me why I do these things to make tea. Now yell at me. They kick me out of church, cause I just don't listen. Always fall asleep when the preacher is preaching. Not my fault, I do love God, but on Saturday nights I be all up on God. Trying to save the world with the homies. My KD rising with my homies. Playing 2K with my homies. Jumping on Madden with the homies.